Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business. Welcome to the channel today. In today's video for QuickBooks Point of Sale, I am going to tell you how you can completely delete a company that is in the point of sale. I do see people from time to time who've done numerous company operations or different iterations of their company or restored from backup, and they end up with a big long list of old companies that they're not using anymore. And sometimes they can accidentally get selected and they get in the way and you're suddenly using the wrong company, or your employee is, and it's a big mess because all of your sales are going into the wrong company. Well, let's clear that up today. Before we do, I'm going to have you click on the link down in the description below so you can get over to our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group. And you can ask questions there about anything you like, errors or workflows, and people such as myself and other point of sale users would be happy to answer you. All right. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe so you get all the latest videos coming out on my channel all the time. Otherwise, let's just take a look here at an example of a lot of companies. I went on the file menu to company operations, and here you can see I have all sorts of different companies in my drop-down list. And so if I were an actual store owner who was using QuickBooks Point of Sale, I might get a little concerned that my employees may accidentally get into the wrong company. And so I would want to make sure to clear out any old companies that I'm not using anymore. And here is how you can do that. So we are going to go into the folders, File Explorer, whatever you'd like to call it, so that you can navigate on your computer. And you go to the C drive and users and public, and then public documents. And now you're going to find Intuit, and I'll reiterate this path again in a moment. Now you're going to choose the QuickBooks Point of Sale folder. Hopefully you probably only have one or two depending on how many versions of QuickBooks you've had, QuickBooks Point of Sale. The latest version right now is 18, so I will go there. And then we're going to go to the data folder. Now in the data folder, each one of these folders represents a company. And I'm just going to make this big here. Now, before I delete one of these companies, I'm going to have to close down the QuickBooks Point of Sale Database Manager, which is the software that's running in the background that's allowing point of sale as well as other machines on your network with point of sale to access the database. In order to do that, you're probably going to want to close all of the programs, the point of sale programs that are running, whether they're on this computer or on different client computers. So I'm just going to close my point of sale. Today, I think I'm going to get rid of Silly Sally. So I'm going to go on the start menu and type in services. You're going to have trouble deleting these if your QuickBooks Point of Sale Database Manager service is running. So once you get up services here, I'm going to hit Q to get to the Q area. I can see that I have a lot of different QuickBooks Point of Sale Database Managers running. Of course, I'm working on 18, so I'm going to right click there and hit stop. It's going to take a moment and you'll see that the status on my database manager disappears, which means it's not running at all. And as soon as I've done that, the database manager will have released its control over all of the company files. And now I can easily just hit delete on the Silly Sally folder. And now that it is deleted and it is gone, if I wanted to really clear it up, I could delete many of these. But otherwise, you just get rid of the ones that you don't want anymore that are hanging around like bad news, and come back to your service for the database manager, whatever version you're on, and hit start. This will start the database manager back up, and in turn that will allow us to once again launch QuickBooks Point of Sale. And in a moment here you will see that actually I can just exit this. That would go right back into the company I was in, but if I just want to take a shortcut here, I'm going to head to company operations, and you'll see that I no longer have Silly Sally as a company. So all those folders that are in that directory, you can delete the ones that you no longer want. And once again, the path there for that, was users, public, documents, Intuit, QuickBooks Point of Sale, whatever version you're on, and the data folder. There, thanks for coming along in this little video and learning how to delete all of the extra companies you have. If you have any extra companies that you've produced or made over the years inside your point of sale, it might be good to get rid of them so you don't trip yourself up by accidentally enabling them or stepping into them and start making sales. You don't want to do that. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. Thanks for coming along. If this was helpful to you, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Otherwise, leave a comment if you feel like talking a little bit. And we'll see you in the Facebook group. You have a good day now. Bye-bye.